joining me on a solo ride this week. I'm heading into Auckland City to one of the motorbike shops in town, not Harley Davidson, and this was filmed in late June of this year, so a couple of months before lockdown. I'm putting this in because of the novelty value. I do like to remind myself that one day this will come back again, but in the meantime, for those of you that are able to ride, don't miss any chance, get out there and do it. This is a midweek ride. I think this is about lunchtime on a Friday. You can see traffic is, well, it's pretty light really, by Auckland standards. And I'm heading across the Harbour Bridge, which we'll see coming up shortly. The main purpose of this journey is to get a light smoke visor for my helmet. I've got a Harley Davidson full face helmet. The model is actually a Scorpion EX0510, and they come with a clear visor and a flip down sun visor within the helmet, but I kind of do prefer as well having a little bit of a shading just through the general visor headpiece itself, which I can't actually source from Harley, but I've looked around and I found a place in Ponsonby that does supply that, so that's where I'm heading today. And this was of course filmed in the days when if you wanted to buy something you could just jump on your bike or your car or whichever way you wanted to travel and go and get it. Not quite so easy these days. We're relying a lot on couriers who are doing a pretty good job, all things considered. Now, for those of you that aren't familiar with Auckland or crossing the Auckland Harbour Bridge, we're travelling from the north side onto the south shore where the CBD is located, over to the left there. The big yachting array you can see to the left, that's the West Haven Marina, home of the Royal New Zealand Yacht Squadron and the America's Cup, at least for now. Once we've come off the bridge and onto the south shore side, we're in an area called St Mary's Bay, and over here the motorway splits into three different parts really. In the left-hand lanes you can go into the CBD itself, directly into the city centre, while lanes 2 and 3 head across to Cook Street, another city exit, also the Northwestern and Ports. On the far right there, lanes 4 and 5, they're heading off to the southern motorway, so heading to the deep south of the country, with plenty of other off-ramps along the way. Now where we're going is we're crossing over Victoria Park here. We're going to turn left and get off on the Cook Street exit, which will then allow us to go via Union Street and cut over to Ponsonby. It's a little bit tricky here because you're on an 80km speed zone and straight off into a 30km speed zone. They've reduced speed limits all over the city as a means of traffic control. Of course, we're in the ultimate traffic control now, with nobody allowed to go anywhere apart from absolutely essential business. I'm not sure this would have rated, and even if it did, the shop at the other end certainly wouldn't have been open. Anyhow, we're coming up Union Street here. It used to be fairly low density area, but this is now apartment living for many people. We're going to be turning right, heading down, I think it's called Wellington Street, here across an overbridge, across both parts of the motorway, both the northwestern and the southern. From the bottom of this, we're going to be turning left onto Howell Street, and that's going to lead us right up towards Karangahape Road, colloquially known as K Road, but we won't be going quite that far. We're going to turn right and link up to Hopetown Street. But this is a lovely tree-lined boulevard. It's winter time when this was filmed, of course, still winter time now, more or less. So these are some of the few areas of trees that are, what's the term, deciduous, where they lose all their leaves during the winter. For what it's worth, we don't actually get any snow here, but the leaves still do molt. But by and large, most of the trees around here, this country, they're all evergreen, so they're green all year round, winter or summer. Anyway, we're turning right. We're going to join on to Hopetown Street right here, which leads us into the top end of Ponsonby Road. We could have got there by getting off one of the off-ramps off the bridge, but then I'd have to travel up Ponsonby Road itself, which is a slow grinding crawl with many, many traffic lights and people, whereas this takes me directly to the place that I'm going to. So I might very shortly leave this video and just let it play out as I pull into the parking lot of the bike shop, and I'll probably leave with one last tip about that, because this bike shop has a forecourt parking area, which is a bit of a slope, and just a reminder that if you're parking your bike on a slope, do make sure to leave the bike in gear so it doesn't have any chance to roll anywhere, but I'm sure you already all know that anyway. So alright, that's about it for this week. I'll just let this all play out with fond memories of being able to shop whenever you wanted to. So take care, ride safely out there if you're able to, and those that can't, hopefully that opportunity will return again soon.